Hello everyone, this is the Underdog, aka the German Viking, and yeah, so you're gonna see this tweet, and it's also gonna be me addressing some of the criticism of my previous video. I don't see color. People say until you try, make a Disney character anything but white. Yet, why was there outrage when Scarlett Johansson played Ghost in a Shell or Rug and Tug? Or when I know I can't remember off the top of my head, the guy who was in Game of Thrones and Deadpool 1, the villain, he was supposed to be in Hellboy, but there was outrage because he was white and the character was Asian. What about the Ancient One in Doctor Strange? So that is not okay. But doing this towards something that is folklore and changing it to basically blackwash something, that is completely okay. So the hypocrisy is completely okay. You have Iris West, which has changed the color of her skin. You have Wally West, them changing the color of or the race of the character. They also changed Jimmy Olsen to be black. April O'Neil, they changed the hair color of, and I mean, and Ariel is just another one. They made Deadshot black, and it just continues, especially with redheads. For some reason, they're changing redheads. The true minority in this world, less than 2%, and they're making them all of them black for some reason. And Starfire, I can throw in there as well. Well, technically, she's an alien with orange skin. They made also her black. And I just want to address some of the criticism. And while you're seeing this video, if you're watching the screen as well, there are some excellent suggestions for if race truly doesn't matter, then none of these would offend you. An old Peter Pan, because age doesn't matter. The aristocrats, because the species doesn't even matter, so let's make it dogs instead of cats. Let's make Rapunzel, because what you look like doesn't matter, so let's have a woman that doesn't have any hair at all. Let's make Mulan a black man, because race nor sex matters when making these. Let's make Pocahontas an albino white person, because I mean race doesn't matter. Isn't that the whole shtick you're going with? Why not make Ryan Gosling Martin Luther King Jr.? Because I mean accuracy. You made Lincoln the whole play played by black people. Why not change historical figures into white men? I mean, why not make a white man stand against all the black people oppressing him? I'm sure you would love that story to be told. Let's look at some of the comments that were criticizing me, and here is one. I'll make this simple. It's from Ian Morgan from my previous video. I'll make it simple. I'm black. If a black man created the story mythology about vampires, except that's already an issue because it's not a mythology, it's folklore. It's from a culture. About my vampires, my fictional creation does not have to be black. Yeah, but again, why do you even care about the race to begin with? Why can't we make Black Panther white? If someone makes a purple vampire, I'm gonna say great. Nothing about Ariel's design is necessity to being a mermaid, except for its Danish folklore again. You just grew up used to it. Mermaids don't exist, they're not Danish. Yeah, then make a whole goddamn new story. Don't call it The Little Mermaid. Call it Splash, or anything else. This is the intellectual laziness of these people. You make established things and want to recreate them. You want to make the things that have been previously well established, and you're so intellectually lazy that you can't even, or creatively lazy as well, where you can't even create your own new stories. You have to take other stories and make them with diversity. Mermaids don't exist, they're not even Danish. Yeah, but in this context they are. The creator had a race, but never made it essential to the story. They bear the same race. This is sad and simple. Well, you haven't read the story, and what you see in the movies isn't exactly what is in the book as well. And here we have, it's literally just fish. Mermaids don't have race. Stop crying and move on with your life. So same people are celebrating this. They're celebrating the diversity, but it's just simple movies. Let's just make everyone and change their race and gender. Well, why stop there? It's literally just fish. Mermaids don't have a race. Stop crying and move on with your life. Okay, I mean, why are you even watching my video if I'm just a guy? If I'm just a guy on the internet that I'm just an incel that is so sad that my opinion doesn't matter, yet you're commenting on it. How are they insulting Danish culture? She is a mermaid, not Danish. If anything, make the other characters Danish. She is from the Ocean Fools. These are the people that are criticizing my video. They don't even know that it's based on a book. They come to my video uninformed to criticize me and defend blackwashing of Danish culture, my Scandinavian brothers and sisters that have created the H.C. Andersen, that has created this, and they can't even. I can't even with these people. Here is a good comment actually. Oh, it's Danish character. Let's make her black. If it's not an issue, let's make white Black Panther. Exactly. That's my entire point. Here we have another comment. Captain Marvel was originally black, the original comics, and when they changed, nobody said shit. White people only get mad when their characters get changed, and not the other way around. So who cares? The creators can do what they want. Tiana has a friend she can relate to. No, except for the character still exists. They made Iceman gay for no reason at all. How do you defend that? Monica Rambeau still exists in the Marvel universe. It's just they're pandering. What's her name? Carol Danvers down our throats, and they're making we need more gay and minority characters. Except they could have used Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel, yet they didn't. So it's hypocrisy. Someone actually commented, plenty of people said, shit, you clown. How often do we see white characters get changed to black people? It goes on constantly. Yeah, I mean, following your logic, just look at what they did to Thor. She's literally a woman now in the comics. Hulk is Asian. Even though they aren't the characters, I mean... These people just come here and don't even look at the context of things. For the philosophical owl, the two words explain all of this cultural Marxism. Yeah. White people have played a lot of non-white characters in the past. I don't understand why people are upset that a black girl is playing Ariel. First of all, where have I defended white people playing non-white characters? I'm just looking for consistency, intellectual consistency, argumental consistency, just consistency. But I don't. It's more relativism with these people, where you it's bad when if it's a black person playing white person, but since white people have done it before, it's bad. Okay, the white people shouldn't just. It's okay when we do it. Basically, moral relativism. I understand there are some people who grew up watching Ariel as a child, but Disney already has too many white princesses. Wow. What about Moana? Lilo and Stitch? Tiana? Mulan? Why does race matter? And if race really matters, why don't they just create stories? No, because they don't. Now they're remaking all of their previous hits. Dumbo, Lion King, and all of the other ones. Because they're so creative, inept. They can't create new stories. That's why. Here someone actually says this. Then create a new black princess for them to relate to. Why change what has already been there for so long just to appease black people? I couldn't have said it better. High scores. Beautiful said. Oh, this I totally forgot because I also talked about this previously. Where was the outrage from these people when they made Achilles black and gay? The worst blackwashing was when they made Greeks black for that Troy series. Exactly. Where was the outrage then? Nobody gave a crap. You come to my video to criticize me for one thing, and you can't you don't even know anything about the book itself. Dr. Boom says, they scream about diversity while wiping out all European diversity from entertainment and replace them with black Americans. That's the opposite of diverse. Can be discussed, but they do it consistently now. They're taking niche European cultural pieces, which I agree with, and turn them into the same as 50% of all American entertainment. Exactly. It's the same with Witcher Netflix series. The books has no black characters because it takes place in a fictional medieval Poland based on Slavic folklore. And they did the same with War for the Middle Earth. Middle Earth. Sorry, I can't remember the last Middle Earth game from Warner Brothers. And Tolkien made sure that there are only white people that are depicted in Middle Earth, yet they had a black person in the game. For the show, they decided to make 50% main cast black. However, now they're taking one of the only well-known Danish pieces of literature and didn't make the main character Danish. Exactly. And yeah, the Heimdall thing is also really weird, considering Heimdall in the mythology and the religion is literally called Heimdallir the White. Exactly. I also wanted to mention this. They also made all of the Norse characters into a diversity or token to characters in the movie. Basically, again, shitting on my culture and folklore, mythology, and so on. You also made the Valkyrie black. Yes, again, pointing in this out, Dr. Boom, you're hitting all the right arguments here, which is weird. They would never have taken religious black deities and changed the race. It's not only culturally insensitive, but it's also religiously insensitive, considering paganism is a pretty big practice religion in all of Europe. Paganism is generally not as fixating on believing in the actual deities themselves, but it's the religious figures being stolen and bastardized. It's like they took Maui from Moana and made him white. Yeah. Jesus, this is really good comic. People would have literally been executed publicly for that shit. One of the main characters from The Witcher is called Triss, is also redhead by the way, and they made her black Mao. They really do hate redheads a lot, it seems. Yeah. I'd like to see the explanation they'll come up with how it's possible for a mermaid to be black in deep water. Okay, that's a little bit spicy. But yeah, those are pretty much all the comments. I think someone said, "Welcome to the other side of whitewashing." Okay, again, where did I defend this? Disney ruined Star Wars with a few films. Yeah, where have you been? Again, I think that's pretty much it. Here, KJ, The Little Mermaid is based from a Danish children's fairy tale written in 1837 by legendary Danish writer Hans Christian Andersen. It's part of the culture and heritage. It'll be similar as if Mulan, which was part of the Chinese culture heritage based on a Chinese ballad, was suddenly played by Caucasian all dressed in Chinese garb. A lot of the stories are based on myth, but heck, the story The Little Mermaid has cultural significance to the Danes, just like Mulan has to those with Chinese ancestry, and Princess Diana with its black ancestry. Sure, members do not have a race, but people should respect the original source material, especially if it holds cultural value. I'm just gonna end it there. I can't say it better myself. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.